Hi everyone, it's Senator Fred Akshar with a quick update on our efforts to make our schools a safer place for our children to learn and our teachers to teach. On Monday, we passed a comprehensive package of school safety measures to make it easier for schools to hire qualified security personnel, create new state funding mechanisms for infrastructure investments that improve school safety, increase access to school-based mental health services, expand state actions and intelligence coordination to protect schools against attack, and strengthen penalties for crimes on school grounds. From my 15 years as a member of law enforcement and from listening to current members of law enforcement and school superintendents, it's clear that the SRO program is an obvious and effective way to enhance safety in our schools. These trained officers not only provide security, they build relationships with administrators, staff, students, and parents to help identify safety issues, train personnel, and resolve conflicts before they become more serious. This program is ripe for expansion, so we passed legislation to make it easier for schools to train and hire school resource officers. We also made it easier for schools to get the funding they require to make infrastructure improvements to secure their schools. After listening to the superintendents at our School Safety Summit and hearing their pleas, we brought their message back to Albany. I pledged to be a loud and energetic voice, and I'm proud to say that the entire Senate Republican Majority Conference is calling on the State Education Department to move on the Smart Schools Bond Act funding and get it into the schools where it belongs. Faceless bureaucrats should not be holding this money up because our children deserve better. We backed up on our words with legislation requiring the board that approves this funding to meet monthly, approve our school plans in a timely fashion, provide updates on pending applications, and notify schools within 7 days of a plan being rejected or modifications being sought. In other words, we just need these bureaucrats to do their jobs for the people they work for, which is you. We also work to address the need for more school-based mental health services. We passed legislation to create a mental health services coordinator program, which designates specific funding streams for schools to hire mental health service coordinators. These coordinators work with students, faculty, and other healthcare professionals to identify, report, and address mental health issues that could pose a risk to public safety in any public or non-public school. Another piece requires the Department of Education to assess the ratio of school counselors, social workers, and school psychologists to students and come up with a plan to address the specific needs of schools lacking in adequate support in each region of this great state. We also took action to treat school shootings as acts of terrorism and give law enforcement, the New York State Intelligence Center, and the State Division of Homeland Security more ability to identify threats and share vital information to prevent attacks. If our legislation is signed into law, our schools will include more active shooter drills in their drill schedules to help them stay prepared for an attack. We'll also be increasing weapon detection capability, upgrading school safety improvement teams, and introducing personal security alarms for teachers and other school personnel. Finally, we're strengthening penalties for crimes on school grounds. That includes violent threats, falsely reporting incidents, or other intentional acts to harm our innocent people on school grounds. As I've said in the past, there's no single solution that will keep every child safe from harm. I wish there were, but I wouldn't be doing my job if I didn't actively listen to the stakeholders in our community and do everything we can to address those needs through action. The next step is for the Assembly to pass these bills and the Governor to sign them into law. You can read more about them at akshar.nysenate.gov, but I am urging all of you to contact your Assembly representative today and urge them to pass these bills immediately to get our schools the help they need to protect our children. Thank you, and God bless.